today I want to do a deep dive into their trademarks. So we're going to go and we're going to do a search in TSDR. We're going to figure out what trademarks Robinhood has. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. Now, what I'm going to show you guys today, you guys can use for doing any kind of research on any sort of competitor or any sort of company that you're interested in. So this is a very, very relevant content and hopefully will be useful to all of you as you guys navigate the business world and try to protect your brands. So the place to start is by going to tsdr.uspto.gov. You can also go to uspto.gov and navigate, but I like to go straight to tsdr.uspto.gov. Then you're going to click on search trademarks. And then you're going to want to click on the free-form search. So in here, I'm going to type in Robinhood. Now, I knew beforehand that Robinhood Markets is actually the name of the company. If you didn't know that, like for example, if you're doing research on a company that you're interested in researching, you might want to Google it just to figure out what the legal entity is. But in this case, I know it's Robinhood Markets. Now, the code, the field code is OW. That stands for owner. Now, let's say you didn't know that. Let's say, hey, Amir, like, how was I supposed to know OW? Well, if you scroll down, you're going to see that there's actually an owner section right here. It says OW, owner name and address. Now, we're going to do just a straight search, just looking for Robinhood Markets as the owner. And I'm going to go ahead. I'm not going to look at the live market. I'm going to look at both live and dead. So I'm going to go ahead and click Submit Query. Victoria, thanks for throwing up the label. That's awesome. I think it'll help our viewers. So as you can see, we're basically they have several live marks. They have a few dead marks, but for the most part, they have 30 overall. So let's see if they have any interesting logo marks. I'm going to zoom out just so you get check out, see if they have any design marks that are interesting. So doing a quick pan through, we see they have the Robinhood, the logo, the word, the plume. That's sort of their main. That's also their icon. But let's jump in. Let's take a look. Let's see what we can learn, what we can gather from studying Robinhood's trademarks. So it looks like this is one of their early marks. This is filed in 2011. And again, this was for providing financial news and information. Now, what's interesting, let's see. So first use in commerce, so 2013. First use anywhere was also in 2013. So they filed originally under 1B, which means that they weren't initially using it in commerce. Now let's take a look. Let's see what specimens they actually submitted for Market Snacks. So this is submitted in March 23. This is their renewal, as you can see here, Market Snacks. So digestible financial news by Robinhood. Now let's go back. Let's see what other interesting marks we can find. So this one here, this is covering. So notice this is covering downloadable software, so mobile applications, and then also financial securities and commodity trading services under class 36. So this is financial services under class 36, and then mobile applications under class 9. And again, this was filed back in 2014, so it's been around for a while. Now let's see what specimen they submitted. One thing that's cool about this particular mark that I want to focus on, the reason why I want to dive into it is because, as you can see, a lot of you guys might want to consider protecting the icon of your app. So let's take a look. So this is filed in 2015. And as you can see, that is their icon. So when you go to the App Store, that's what you would have seen in 2015. So consider that if you guys are putting mobile apps out there, you might want to consider filing a trademark on the actual icon, which is exactly what Robinhood has done here. Especially if it's distinctive, especially if you're a fan of it, and you really might want to consider filing. Now, this is just the word, straight Robinhood, just the word. Again, class 9 mobile apps, and then financial services under class 36. So now they have a lot here. Okay, now what's interesting here is that this feather here, they don't claim color as a feature of the mark, but it's also under class 9 and 36. If we go back to the other mark, you're going to see that they actually claim color as teal. So the teal is claimed as a feature of the mark. So teal is their color, and so they're going to protect it in addition to black and white. And that's the same thing they've done here. So they're claiming color as a feature of the mark. In this case, it's teal, and then it's the word. And it's also on downloadable software, so downloadable apps. Now, this is another rendition. In this case, it's basically it's set on a teal background with the actual object being white. So another way of showing it. So teal and white are being claimed as a feature of the mark. This is digestible financial news. And again, this is under class 36. financial services. Robinhood again, the word, capital R, and lowercase, and then also claiming teal as a feature of the mark. Now, time to do options. This is a dead mark. This is abandoned, but they also went under class 9 and class 36. Time to do stock, same thing, also abandoned, class 9 and 36. Remember, class 9 is downloadable mobile apps. Class 36 is financial services. Time to do crypto, same thing, also abandoned. So just as background, the reason why sometimes these marks go abandoned is because the business decides that they don't want to pursue that particular brand. They don't want to start using that mark, so they never convert it. That's one reason why marks sometimes go abandoned. Robinhood, time to do stocks. Now, again, also abandoned, class 9, class 36. You're going to see that basically what they did was they took these three slogans that they liked, time to do crypto, time to do stocks, time to do options, and they filed additional marks with Robinhood at the beginning. So Robinhood, time to do crypto. Robinhood, time to do options. Now, again, these are all abandoned. You're also going to see their class 9, class 36. Now let's look at Robinhood snacks. Now this is live. This is actually registered. And again, class 41. So this is providing non-downloadable publications in the field of articles. So this is information. And then class 36 also providing financial news information. Now, if we want, we can go in and see what specimens were submitted. So let's scroll down, click on specimen. Robinhood snacks, digestible financial news. So it looks like this is a newsletter. And again, Robinhood snacks, digestible financial news. So they did the same thing, but they added Robinhood at the beginning. And this is also a stylized version of it. So this is their logo. And this is the same thing, but it was just a different logo. Also class 36 and class 41. Now let's look at snacks. So this is just the word snacks. Again, it is possible to protect broad words such as these, such as the word snacks, like in this particular case. And again, this is in fact registered. And as you can see, it's also protecting financial news and information under class 36. And then also providing websites that feature financial news and information under class 41. Now, actually, let's actually take a look and see what specimen was submitted in this particular one, because it's always fun to take a look at marks that are seemingly broad in that it's just a very generic word, but it's used in a particular way that renders it as being a source identifier. So let's take a look. Let's see what specimen was submitted. This was submitted in 2019. And again, the word snacks. There you have it. Let's go back. Digestible business news. So providing a website featuring non-downloadable publications and the nature of articles in the field of financial news and financial news and information. So again, and also class 36 and class 41. So it looks like this one still under 1B. Let's see if they've submitted a statement of use in this one. So they've just been submitting extensions of time. So this one, they have not yet submitted a statement of use. So this is a good reason for why you might want to study your competitors, because what this is basically a placeholder for them. They're actually holding it. They could start using it and then they would submit a specimen when they actually start using it. So digestible business news is the mark. Now, what's interesting is that you'll see that they actually submitted it before, back in 2015. So it looks like they wanted to secure it, and they're still, maybe they're toying with the idea of possibly bringing it back. But this is digestible business news, whereas the other one was digestible financial news. So again, very interesting to look at trademarks because it shows you the direction that a company might take, right? By looking at what marks they filed but haven't actually started using, you might get a sense for where they might take their business. This is covering the best one yet. Again, class 36 and class 41. And very similar in that this is also a 1B filing. So as you can see, it's already been allowed. So this has already been allowed. And now it's just a question of when are they going to start using it? Are they going to start using it, or are they just holding it? So it'll be interesting to see if the best one yet comes out of the woodworks and they actually use it. Now, this is also another 1B T-Boy. And let's see if we can, again, also already approved. They've just been filing extensions of time. And again, this particular mark, T-Boy, is covering financial services under 36 and also providing a website that features financial information under class 41. So as you can see, a lot of class 36s, a lot of class 41s, a lot of class 9s for Robinhood. Again, no surprise, no surprise. Wall Street, surf simple, no bull. Well, this is an ironic title today. And it looks like they also, they've also have this one allowed. So they also have this mark. This can come out of the woodworks at any time, and they could possibly decide to start using it, submit a statement of use, and actually get this mark registered. Let's take a look at this. So here's the bull. So it's a bull's head wearing sunglasses and a nose ring. And again, also class 36 and class 41. Now, this was converted into a section 1A, and so they actually did submit a statement of use. Let's see what they submitted. This was submitted last October. There you have it. So right here, here's their design. Oh, the forced invasion made an interesting comment there. I think the forces invasion is referring to their Southern District of New York suit, if I had to guess. Time to do money. Okay, so time to do money. This is also a 1B filing. And again, the reason why these are interesting to me is because they give some indication of where the business might be going in terms of their marketing strategy. So again, they got this allowed in March, but they've been filing extensions. So you might see this come out. Like you might see them start using. So this is covering downloadable apps. So this would be their app under class 9, and then also financial securities and commodity trading services under class 36. So you might see time to do money at some point in the near future if they decide to start using it. Robinhood, again, so this is a similar thing. So you're seeing a pattern here, right? They do their slogan, and then they also file a trademark with their name and then their slogan. So one strategy, the one good thing about it is that they tend to be easier to get, because if you already have the first word, and that now is already considered to be distinctive and serve as a source identifier by the trademark office. So adding to the end of it, more than likely, it's also going to be protectable with trademark. So again, class 9, class 36. And no surprise, what you'll see is this also has been allowed. Participation is power. And as you can see, this is also allowed. This is actually allowed in December, so very, very recent. And as far as the goods and services, this is covering financial services under class 36, so trading services. Excuse me. Again, we're almost done. We have 3 more to go. I think this is a really, really interesting company. And I think it's really interesting the way they file their trademarks, where they would consistently do slogans after the word Robinhood. And again, this is a golden arrow. This is, excuse me. This is still pending. This is filed in July. Out of curiosity, let's see. Oh, so they got a likelihood of confusion. So golden arrow realty. Very interesting. You can learn a lot from looking at office actions. So golden arrow realty looks like it's owned by Illinois Corporation. It's also covering class 36 though. So very interesting. Ordinarily, the first couple words are given a lot of weight whenever in this analysis. And so it's no surprise that they would have gotten this if there was already another mark with golden arrow under class 36. Now we have, okay, so here's another arrowheads. And this is probably not going to run into the same issues as the word mark, because this is a design. This is already allowed. And you can see the goods and services are also covering financial securities and commodities trading under class 36. So again, the takeaway here is if you're going to be filing a logo, in addition to a word mark, you might want to consider filing them separately. That way, if the word is rejected, it doesn't also slow down the registration of the logo. So good idea to keep them separate in 2 separate applications. Technical support services under class 42. Let's see if this one also ran into the same, had the same rejection. Looks like it didn't. Looks like this one flew through. So again, it's a good idea to do a search by class and see if there's other similarly named classes whenever you're doing a search. So that's Robinhood. Hope you guys found this stuff helpful and useful. I think it's a really, really good idea to watch this episode if you put mobile apps out there, because we saw some examples in this particular company where they actually filed trademarks on their icon to protect it, in addition to word marks. And I also like the clever way they filed on slogans and then added their business name, which was unique before the slogan as well, in a separate trademark application. So if you have the resources, if you have the financial means to do so, it's always good to do that. Again, I really think more trademarks. I think if you have the resources to handle the maintenance and management of it, then it's a really, really good way to protect and broaden your brand. Thank you so much for watching. If you guys have questions about intellectual property or ideas for shows, email them to Victoria. She's at victoria@adibiip.com. Also, I'd love to have you join my text community, 415-943-5193, 415-943-5193. Shoot a text to me, send me your questions, or if you have ideas for topics or future shows, send them over. Would love to hear you out. And yeah, thanks so much for watching.